Greetings, fellow conquerors, and welcome back to Byzantium here in EU4, where we're looking at a couple of different options in order for us to continue to expand and improve. One such avenue of expansion is going to be Serbia, which we will look at. However, I do believe that we're going to annex Bulgaria before we actually have the chance to declare war on them. If we just look here, yeah, we'll be done annexing Bulgaria in, let's see, May of 1517, and our truce doesn't expire until September of 1517. So that's not really going to be an option, and you know what, that's okay. I think that'll be perfectly fine. However, we do need to fabricate a claim on Serbia if we're going to attack them. And somebody said, you know, you shouldn't vassalize Wallachia because, you know, it'll get that extra nasty 50% coring cost, which is true. Which is definitely true, but, you know, we'll see what we can do. At any rate, we are looking to expand further eastward, and in particular, Jandar is looking to be, or sorry, Jandar, or Jandar, it's whatever, is looking to be a particularly tempting target. And somebody said in a previous episode that Bulgaria would have a casus belli on them because they're on a neighboring sea tile, and Bulgaria has Deus Vult. However, it doesn't appear to be the case, so I don't know if that's just like bugged or if that's working as intended or what, but they don't have the CB. However, we did look earlier at Karaman and Dulkadir and Kandar, or Jandar, which are all in like this sort of a triple entente kind of alliance going on. And interestingly, the Mamluks are fighting against the Ottomans, as is Karaman. Now, it's likely the Ottomans are going to be destroyed in this war. There's no doubt about that. And unfortunately, our own truce with the Ottomans doesn't end for another 5 years, so you know, it's just really not something that's going to really, you know, happen very quickly for us. We do have an obscene amount of aggressive expansion with most of the you know, Turks, but apart from that, I mean, I'm not really worried about it. And if we can actually defeat you know, Jandar and Karaman, you know, we'll be in a good position. We will fabricate a claim on you know, actually get our casus belli on Jandar. Go ahead and finish that up. And let's see here. So nobody would join us. So it would just be us and our vassal. And how big of an army are we looking at? So Karaman's got an army of 11,000. Jandar has an army of 7,000, and that's their force limit as well, so really crappy, actually. Apart from that, who else is being problematic? Right, Dulkadir. Dulkadir has 8,000, so together that's 26,000 troops. Now, with the 10,000 from our Bulgarian allies, or Bulgarian vassal, you know, we would be in a better position. However, we are also going to be annexing them within the year, which could be problematic. Now, Jandar's army is nowhere to be found. I don't know where they could possibly be. They don't have military access through anyone else, so I don't know where their army's at, but whatever, I guess. We're going to go advance. I think we're going to try this. I noticed that Dulkadir is actually at, like, Tech 10 military, but he also has no ideas for military. Neither do Jandar. So, you know, problems are problems, basically. Now, one thing I am interested in looking at is, do we have any vassals? Let's see. Saruman. This is such a reference to Lord of the Rings. I don't even care. Like, even down to the White Hand. That's really funny. So yeah, I think what we do here is we annex their land, and then we release them as a vassal, so that hopefully they don't hate us as much. I'm not sure if that's how that works, but we're gonna try. I never was much of a vassal spammer in my time playing EU4, which you could consider to be bad play, I suppose, and you'd probably be right. But I think we can win this war. Let's see, we could build one more troop to build up to our force limit. I think we will go ahead and do that. And I think we're gonna just go ahead and declare this war right away. I can't see this going so badly that we can't just back out of the war, right? Especially with the yeah, with Karaman busy with the Ottomans. So let's get this thing started. Oh, let's get the fleet. over there. Alright, looks like they're going to attack us here in Kastamonu. Kind of silly when you think about it, but... yeah, our land morale is currently 4.3, so, I mean... We're just going to... Yeah, it's a massacre. Especially with how much we're flanking them. We're just going to go ahead and start besieging Sinop. That's a stack wipe, and they're already down to just a really low amount of troops, so this is probably going to be a pretty easy war. Bulgaria is coming in to help, though he will be annexed soon, so we'll see what happens. Oh, hey, we got a really early wall breach. That's nice. Now, people often tell me, like, oh, hey, you should detach for a siege, and I'm just like, well, I could detach for a siege, but the problem with detaching for a siege is you often leave those troops exposed when you do so. Of course, our detach for siege stack is so high that I guess it's not really a problem. So we're just going to take Kastamonu and just kind of park our troops there until such time that things will improve. The Ottomans would give us military access to go kill, basically go kill their allies, so that's pretty good. And as a matter of fact, why don't we just go do that now? Unfortunately, I don't think we can take any land from his allies, so kind of a waste when it comes to that, I suppose. But, you know, it's better than not expanding at all, I would argue. Go ahead and put things on speed 4. Let's see. We currently have no heir and no consort. But we could lose 10 legitimacy to get a female heir with 141. However, if we don't accept, we get +3 unrest for for the next year, as well as chance of a new heir -100%. I do find it really interesting that we have no consort of any kind, considering that we have 3 royal marriages. But what can you do, I guess? She's got an average claim too. I don't know. We're 25. I don't foresee this ending poorly for us. Like, we don't even have any. Yeah, we don't have any other problems otherwise. So yeah, just go. We're gonna deny her. She's not a very good heir, and an average claim is not really something we're interested in anyway. So. We do still have a loan, you know, a loan. Wow. Alright, we have integrated Bulgaria. Gained 5 prestige from that. We are probably now, like, way over our force limit, yeah. Like, way over the force limit. However, we could make Bulgaria into a state, and I think we're absolutely going to do that. Let's see. Do we need to core any of this? I don't think so. Yeah, no. So we just got all this land as like core provinces. We'll see how much that raises our force limit by. It should be quite a substantial amount if we're, depending on how we look at this. Although the autonomy is pretty high since we just integrated the vassal, as it were. Alright, so we do have another 10 stack to use. And whether or not I delete them, well, I'm not really sure yet. We are losing 4 ducats a month from having them. However, we would need to delete 7 troops in order to, make good use of this. And out of the bunch of them, I don't know which ones we want to delete necessarily. So let's think about this. I think we'll get rid of 2 cav. Let's get rid of 3, and then, like, 4 infantry. So let's send them back home, disband them, and then, these 3,000 we'll just send to, like, go siege things, I guess. Let's see. Do we do have another general available with 2 siege, so we're gonna go ahead and throw him on the on this besieging army here. All right, let's delete this stack, which puts us back at our force limit of 28. Bulgaria was a very good vassal for the time that we had them, I think. I'm not super torn up about how they came to an end, unlike Desmond in our England campaign. Alright, so we have no way of actually getting into, you know, Dulkadir apart from besieging their province, so... Alright, Karaman wants to peace out. I think we're actually going to accept just because I don't want to have to fight their 11 stack at any point, so we'll just take war reps, give all the money. Don't really want them to release a nation because we wouldn't be able to vassalize them. And break your alliance with the Mamluks, I think. And that should be good enough. We got 467 ducats out of that. That's crazy. Alright, that army's going to be exiled, but Dulkadir is not going to be able to fight back against our armies, especially with our morale so high. There's just no way they can actually defeat us, so... Currently, it looks like our resting point for army tradition is like close to 35, which is really good. I'm pretty excited about that. And as our armies continue to fight, we'll continue to get more and more army tradition, so it'll kind of compound for us, which is really nice. Alright, we're going to separate peace with good old Dulkadir here. Get another 270 ducats. Yeah, it doesn't really seem like anything else I want from them, so separate peace them out. Get tons and tons of money, and then we're actually gonna so we're gonna annex like all these provinces, and then hope that we can release them as a vassal. So let's give that a shot and see if that like makes anything different. All right, we have released Jandar, and they love us. That is so silly that you can do that, but you know what? It's no big deal. I mean, it works out for us. And having a vassal does raise our force limit by 1, which is okay. It's not, like, amazing or anything. Our truce with the Ottomans will expire in another 3 years, so that would be a good time to go to war with them. However, our truce with the Serbians has also expired, so we should think about attacking them, actually, depending on when this claim fabricates. I think we'll go ahead and improve relations with our new vassal, just in case he gets... I mean, we already are, but doing that will, you know, hopefully if there's any chance... Let's see, I'd rather just take the foreign spy detection down, because it's not really that big of a deal. But yeah, we'll just improve relations with Jandar here. So we'll get 50 military power. Thank you much. Of course, the Ottomans are just going to be kind of dead after this war anyway. And Jandar currently has no claims on any of the Ottomans' land, which is kind of stupid. But, you know, whatever. These things happen, I suppose. You know, sometimes I just like try to keep the commentary running, and I don't actually think about what I'm saying, and... You know, it makes for some like awkward commentary sometimes. It's like wow, that whole army just got destroyed. Well, that's pretty neat, I guess. Just like a totally nonchalant reaction to something that's like actually awful. We'll go ahead and hire the discipline advisor. He's pretty young, at 32 years old. Get that, you know, dat fat discipline. We could become Defender of the Faith. A tempting proposition. Now, one thing we can also do is start fabricating claims on Wallachia. Look at the areas map mode here. Wallachia is its own, like, area, so... Thanks to administrative ideas, though, once we do take this land, and wow, that is a lot of development, it'll only be 25% more expensive because of the, you know, minus 25% that we have. Let's see, we could invest in the next defensive military idea, which would give us reinforced speed plus 33%, which is actually pretty good, but I think we're going to focus on trying to get military tech 10 instead. However, the institution spread is really starting to hurt us a bit. Still just chugging along very, very slowly. We have no colonialism like any of our provinces, so we're going to fall a little bit behind on tech for a while, I think. Unfortunately, but isn't really a whole lot we can do about that. Trade efficiency plus 5% from the next Diplotech is going to help us a lot, though, I think. At any rate, though, good, easy, clean war. It's the way I like it. Thank you for joining me, my fellow Romans, and I'll see you guys on the next one.